And on to this story now. Toyota has been actively involved in the research and development of vehicles using hydrogen as a source of power for more than 30 years, according to its CEO in South Africa, Andrew Kirby. He was speaking at the Smart Mobility Africa Summit in Midrand. He also added that since then, the vehicle manufacturer has sold more than 25,000 fuel cell electric vehicles and is ready to scale in South Africa. Our business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo caught up with the CEO and filed this report.
Both public and private stakeholders in the energy sector have been working to diversify South Africa's energy mix, and one of those discussion on the future of that energy mix has been the role that hydrogen will play. And for a little bit more detail around advancements there, I am now joined by Toyota South Africa CEO Andrew Kirby. Thank you so much for talking to us. Now, we saw a launch happen, or an announcement at the Smart Mobility Africa Summit. Talk us through the partnership and what was announced out of Toyota today.
Thank you. It was quite exciting for us to be able to showcase a proof of concept of a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle fueled with green hydrogen and refueled with a mobile dispenser. So to do that, we partnered with Sasol. They're providing green hydrogen and they're scaling up to provide even more. We partnered with Air Products. They provided the mobile refueling station and the dispenser to be able to refuel the vehicle, and we provided a Mirai, which is a second generation hydrogen fuel cell vehicle.
And it's a beautiful vehicle, I must say. And Toyota is not new to the electric vehicle space. Just talk us through some of the advancements that you've made over the years. I heard something about 20 million cars have been sold so far. Just clarify where we are with that and what potential and opportunities you see in the South African and greater rest of continent markets when it comes to electric vehicles.
So we have a long-standing drive towards becoming a carbon neutral company by 2050. We've been investing for decades now in new technologies. Hybrid is probably the most well-known, and we've sold more than 20 million hybrids. We launched the first generation Mirai in 2015. We've sold 12,000 of those. We have plug-in hybrids, we have battery electric vehicles, and we're also investing in carbon neutral e-fuels or hydrogen fueled ICE engines. So we have a multitude of technologies, basically 6, and following a multi-pathway approach to getting to that same goal of zero carbon emissions.
And just the industries that you're looking out for where these opportunities are going, hydrogen, that route, what industries do you see could benefit from that? Because obviously load shedding has been a major pressure. Fuel prices have been a major pressure on both business and consumers. What industries could really benefit from using hydrogen?
So we're looking into the long term, and specifically the long-haul trucking industry and the bus industry would see a tremendous amount of value in fuel cell technology. The larger the vehicle and the longer the distances, the more advantages you get from a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. Essentially, 1 kilogram of hydrogen would be equivalent to about 7.5 liters of fuel in terms of the energy content. So you can pack a lot of energy into a fairly small space, and you've got long driving ranges, and the refueling is very, very quick. It's a few minutes. So that's very interesting for the trucking industry and obviously for buses as well. And we think that that's where the biggest gains are going to be made.
Andrew, thank you so much for those insights that you've just given us. And of course, that is Andrew Kirby, who is the CEO of Toyota South Africa, talking us through the innovations that are being announced at the Smart Mobility Africa Summit, one of those being that partnership with Sasol and Air Products to deliver hydrogen-powered vehicles, and saying there that those opportunities in the future, obviously within the logistics sector, particularly those long-haul trips such as trucking and so on, which should improve just saving on time, saving on the resources and the expense of filling up before taking those routes. For Newzroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Midrand, Johannesburg.